Hey there, it's your old friend the Tiger Yorkie. And down there, we've got Chihuahua too, who doesn't quite know whether he wants to get up or not. I'm guessing he's not going to do. He's having a wander around the floor at the moment. Anyway, it's time to head back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. But as we do so, let me ask for help from you. Specifically, the like and the subscribe that you see at the bottom of the screen. Slap them like they insulted your mother. The comment section that you see, hurl something in there as fast as if you were trying to get rid of a stick of dynamite. At the end, I'll be asking for that again, and also there'll be links to other gameplays on channel. There's a comment section up top, a card up top as well to another one. You might enjoy them. Why not give them a try? Right, we are trying to help our thiefling here in this magical menagerie thing. What's this? Bless weapon, useful.
Now, what is that?
What is that? Some scrolls have been torn apart, some have been trodden by muddy boots. There's loot there. That's a heart. Might be useful. Finian the talking weapon. Phew, free at last. I thought I'd be flattened like a pancake under the rubble. Much obliged. Damn, I'm not in any pain, but my head is still foggy for some reason. What's up with all the hubbub in the city? My name's Finian. I'm Pathfinder. If there's anything I can do to help, I will. You're a Pathfinder? That's right, Finian Dismar, Pathfinder and Crusader. I don't think so, dude. You're a weapon. I roam around the world wound whenever my tasks lead me. Scouting mostly, but this last while I've just been hanging around in Canabres, waiting until I'm needed again. I'm bored out of my mind, but at least this shop makes for better lodging than some inn. What I meant was, what are you? What's that supposed to mean? I just told you. You want to know where I hail from? Is that it? Well, I'm from around here, actually. We Kellids of the Star-Eye clan fled when the World Wound troubles began. But I couldn't stand by while the demons wreaked havoc, so I came back. Alright. Sorry about the yellow, alright. I've got family leaving at the moment. So I just had to wish them well. Or did you mean to ask him about my weapon of choice? My best weapon is every weapon. I'm skilled and capable fellow. If I do say so myself, I can swing a sword and poke with a spear, but what I'm best at is communing with a spirit. I'm not surprised you're an enchanted weapon, dude. They call folks like me Phantom Blades. Phantom Blade, what's that? It's like a spiritualist, but with a twist. It means that some spirits took a liking to me at some point, and it can turn into whatever weapon I need. Handy, eh? I don't need any whetstones or enchantments. Doesn't take up space either, although to be fair, it's not a barrel of laughs. The spirits that bestow this kind of power don't come from the happy places, and they're not exactly bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They usually appear after great battles that leave few survivors. Excuse me. Yeah, they left you in a weapon. They say it's under attack by demons. Wait, what? The last thing I saw was some thieves breaking in here. Then the guards came, everyone was running around. After that, it's a bit of a blur. Right when things got intense, they dropped the cabinet on me. I couldn't even help the owner. I was just lying under the shelves like a dimwit until you came along. If there are demons in Canabres, we must do something about it. The city needs every blade it can get. Hey, do you mind taking me with you? I don't think I can handle this alone, and besides, the more the merrier. How'd you end up in the shop? I've been here so long I don't even remember anymore. Just sitting and waiting for any word from the Pathfinders, but it looks like everyone has forgotten about me. The shop owner is an old friend of the Pathfinders, so I've taken up residence here. Alright, I'll take you with me. I swear you won't regret it. I can do all sorts of things. Is there anything your party is missing? A sword, a spear, just say the word. You now have a unique companion, Finian the talking weapon. You can access him through a special button in the inventory. Click on it to initiate dialogue with him, or change his form to make him take any shape. No limitations. Alright. Well, let's have a look at the inventory then, shall we? Hail to you, adventurers. You know, I've never regretted following you. Everyone seems to revolve... What do you mean? You've only just started. Everyone seems to revolve around you like beavers in a millwind. I'll have a lot to write about in my report to the Pathfinder Society. Although thinking about it, it's been a while since I sent many reports. Yeah, I want to talk about you. Sure, go ahead, although I haven't really done anything noteworthy yet. Do you realise that you're a weapon? What kind of question is that? I mean, sure, the clerics keep going on about every crusader being a weapon of my day. But I don't speak of myself in fancy words like that. I'm just a lad with 2 arms, 2 No, you ain't. And more freckles than I'd like. I chose where to go and whom to fight. I don't want to be someone's weapon, you hear? Aradan is dead. Now everybody decides their own fate. How did you become a Pathfinder? I've always wanted to be one, ever since I was a kid. I remember I'd go out to the edge of the village at sunset and then just keep walking till I got tired or someone came back, dragged me back to by my ear. It was like something was drawing me away from my home. My clan wasn't the magic kind. Before the wound opened, the idea of travelling anywhere would never have crossed the minds of many of my kin. They were content with their community, or their patch of land, but I always wanted to see what lay beyond the bend in the road, over that familiar hill, beyond the horizon. My father, he wanted to teach me to be a shaman like him, but as soon as I came of age, I was off looking for the Pathfinder Society. And I found it, in Iz, after 3 weeks of travel on foot. I passed their rituals, and they accepted me. My father hasn't spoken to me since, but that's alright. Once he hears about my great deeds, he'll come round someday. All I wanted was to rush off to some faraway land and find treasure trove no one else had discovered yet. But I knew I had a duty to Sarkoris. And then the wound opened, the demons, the havoc. In the end, I never went anywhere. But as soon as things calm down, I'm setting off to... I don't know how you think you're going to explore. I've already decided. Great ancient ruins, that's my kind of life. Being surrounded by wreckage here is depressing, as I'm sure you know. You remember anything before you ended up in Canabres? There was uncertainty in Finian's voice. I mean, a lot of things happened. I remember how happy everyone was with the wardstone was placed in Canabres. That was some celebration. Finian is silent for a moment, and I remember when the cultists took me, cut down my whole party and dragged me to their ringleader. Don't know his name. Everyone just called him a bladesmith. But after that, my memory is all fuzzy. For some reason, he didn't sacrifice me or anything. Just knocked me around. Said he'd been looking for a phantom blade for a long time. I don't still remember why. How I escaped, what I did, I can't remember that either. Some crusader picked me up in the wound and brought me to Canabres. And that's where I stayed, licking my wounds. Maybe there was a mix-up, and now they think I'm dead. Why else would none of them contact me this whole time? Do you remember... that's not what it is. Let's click the wardstone, you say. What you're describing happened decades ago. That's rich. Next you'd be telling me I've been sleeping for decades. Last year that was. Well, maybe the year before last. I couldn't have been wandering the wound for that long. I would have either been dead or an old geezer by now. Nah, you quit messing with me. Finian, you need to understand you're not human anymore. Finian's voice sounds concerned. Hey, are you feeling alright? Maybe you need to have a lie down. I'm standing right in front of you. You know, you're in a blade. You're in a weapon. Poke me if you like, as human as they come. Or do you think my travels have worn me down so much I've become an animal? Not happening. My folks taught me to stay human. Always, no matter the circumstances, to remember who I am and never shame my ancestors. Are you still able to commune with spirits? Maybe I can. Only I don't want to answer me. I'm still a spiritualist, a phantom blade. My power is within me, but I have this feeling like I'm separated from the spirit world by some kind of transparent wall. But no one can hear me, I think. Finian forced a chuckle. Guess all the bladesmith's tortures did a number on me. It broke something inside. Yeah, it broke you inside a weapon. I'll talk about something else. That's all for now. I don't care about the Pathfinder Society. Not too much, anyway. TikTok, you're destroying the camera work. Go on. He's a good lad. Now, you need a range, don't you? But you can also have a... Alright. There it is. What about a longbow? Oh, it can't be a regular longbow. It can be a composite longbow. Composite, cold iron, ghost touch. What's ghost touch? A ghost touch weapon deals damage normally against incorporeal creatures. Okay, good. Enhancement +1. Something else. Polished oak shells once showed magic rings, etc. Fine. Polished oak shells once again.
Hide from me.
What's this? A ring. A gold ring. Does it say what it is? It's just a ring. Unique weapons and armour were previously displayed, but it's not there now, is it? The formerly well-appointed shop now looks in a sorry state. TikTok, stop digging at things. It has been completely ransacked. Laying in a corner next to a Scotch wall are soot-covered shards of a clear golem's head. The golem's eyes glow in the gloom. Master, code word. Anavirori. Code word correct. The golem's eyes grow brighter, awaiting orders. Where'd you come from? Who created you? This golem was created by Gaffrin and Son. Address third building on the right. Jewelers Alley, Narasan Mendev. Model G504 ENA, which stands for experimental and enhanced. For all inquiries, contact Mr. Gaffrin. Tell me about any suspicious people who came to the shop in the last week. Golem is silent for a moment. 56 individuals entered shop. Human, female, old. Gnome, old. Human, female. He'll be reeling off customers on till nightfall. We need to ask it a different way. Were any of the suspicious people tieflings? Tieflings 3. Tiefling male, middle-aged. Tiefling male, young. Tiefling female, young. Describe the male tiefling. Medium height, short horns. It's not him, because we know long horns already. That sounds like me. Okay. There, see, it hadn't been me. Middle-aged tiefling. Medium height, long horns. Medium length tail. Eye colour blue. Soft skin colour dark. Special observations, red hair. That's that true. Try to bet your life. Charisma drilled it into our heads. We won't go hanging around the shop. Red hair. Got a couple of gingers and plenty more to who get it out of a bottle. So much for a special observation. Golems aren't all the cracked up to be, Maybe its master knows more. Female tiefling? Average height, hair pale, eye colour blue, special observation, scar on nose, baldric with gold stitching. Not that one, most likely a new arrival. Gold stitching, wouldn't mind getting to know her a little better. Alright. Where is your master? My master is hiding in his hiding place, revealing the location of the hiding place prohibited. Likely holed himself up in the basement when the commotion started. The entrance should be around here somewhere. Where's the basement in this place? The basement is below me. I guard the basement. Leaving my post is prohibited. Found out everything I need to know. Alright.
The mongrel did it.
Down we go.
I am helpful. Am
Yep.
I not?
All well and good. The elderly gnome, so portly as to be nearly spherical, hey, I resemble that remark, is curled up in the corner of the basement, shaking. Marauders, bandits, scavengers. Yeah, makes sense. We're all those things and much more. Before you report us to the authorities, mind if we have a chat? Please, calm down. No, no, that sounds more hot-headed. Shut it, or you'll pay for your insults with your life. The gnome's hands scrabble around the floor, seemingly in search of something to hurl at you. The Eagle Watcher probably caught up with the bandits by now, and you won't get off lightly either, you can be sure of that. The gnome notices Woljif, and his round face turns scarlet. You! Woljif, the dirty little sneak thief! You've been sniffing around my shop for years, finally waked up the courage to rob me, did you? Get out of here, you and your pals have taken everything already, I'm sure. The gnome seems to settle slightly. My name's Phaelmon Frutalaros. Fruliatros, whatever. I was the owner of this shop, but I'm not sure I can claim to be owner of anything now. I hope there's at least something left of it. Oh, come off it, your shop's fine. It's a bit ransacked maybe, but nothing a bit of spit and polish can't fix. Where were you the night of the robbery? Do you think I robbed my own shop? I was here in the basement. I was told to make it look like I'd left. The watch were very keen to get their hands on the thieflings. They seem to be multiplying all over Galerion. So of course I did everything they said, and I've been stuck in the basement since then. The golem wouldn't move away from the door no matter how much I yelled at it. But then I thought that it was all to the good. Somebody came by after the guards and caused a ruckus upstairs, bellowing like mad, taking advantage of my absence. Tell me about the tieflings. Why should I tell you anything about my customers? You're not from the city guard or Eagle Watch. Chief, if he keeps dragging his heels, just say the word, I know how to loosen his tongue. Start talking or else. Alright, just put that thing away, I'll tell you everything. Ask your questions. Red-haired tiefling. Red-haired tiefling, I suppose, yes, there was one who came in, spent a long time looking around. It's a person of modest means, I could tell by his clothes, but he asked me to show him an Asimir-made chain mail. Certainly couldn't afford it. That's when I suspected something was off. I checked everything around after he left, but nothing was missing, and that put my mind at ease. Can't remember what he looked like. Didn't get a good look at his face. All I remember was that he was wrapped in a green cloak. So I got green cloak, long hair, and red hair. Long horns and red hair. That's all I have. That's it. With that description, we'll surely sniff him out. Come on, Chief. Back to Sister carries me. Tell me about Woljif. Woljif Jeffdo, right? Yes, I've known him for a long time. Well, I'd rather not known him at all. He's just been skulking around my shop for years, treating the place like a free museum. He always wanted to look at the moon of the abyss. I'd chase him out, but after he'd just slink back. If it was with the gang that robbed my shop, I'll bet anything to wipe the moon. How come I'm the prime suspect? Whoever betrayed us all. That's the one who got the moon. You got it sneaked away, haven't you? Bruh, I want to see it return too. You get me? I don't like the idea of other people's grubby mitts on it, other than yours, I bet. Tiefling woman? Oh yes, I remember now. A noble lady. Well, she's not of interest then. Found out everything I know. Goodbye. Alright, head out and head back. And back to the tieflings. I see one with a green coat. Cloak? No, I'd see two with a green cloak. One's got red hair and horns. That's fine. Charisma drums her fingers nervously on the handle of her blade. Well, are you going to tell me who the traitor is? The name of the moon and the abyss they stole. I don't need anything else. Take a good look at suspects. The tieflings are tense and ready to reach for their weapons. The only redheads are Melrune and Dorfel. That's in tieflings, I don't care. So it's Melrune. Ready to give a name. Traitor is Melrun. He'll pay for this. He'll get it in the end. That's not going to work too well for you now, is it? Good night. Grab him, taking away for questioning. Sister Charisme. Charisme looked weary, but her early attention has clearly lifted. He confessed. Someone connected to the cult of Baphomet ordered him to steal the Moon of the Abyss, and the best idea he could come up with was drag us into it. He got the scroll to take out the golem, betrayed us to Erebeth, so that he could come swipe this amulet into chaos. Thought we'd get nicked, and he'd slink off to meet up with the customer. You got the Moon of the Abyss? Let me look at it one more time. My whole life I've dreamt of holding it in my hands, if only for a second. He said when he got to the window display the moon was gone. He's lying, of course. He had time to hand the boon off to the person who ordered it. Bloody cultist. I don't really give a toss. I'm just glad we got to the bottom of this. What are we going to do now? Clear out this place sooner the better. The city's dying and I don't want to die with it. This city would have already died if not for people who stood up to defend it, with weapons in their hands. So defend it. I'm not stopping you. We've always been outsiders here. Why do we fight for you now? Can I join the family? That's all you want. You can have your pick of the non-tiefling gangs. You've no need to tread on our territory. Families for tieflings only, no exceptions. What are you going to do to the traitor? He'll be sent to visit a distant relatives on a farm. In other words, killed. I have to go. Good decision. Sister? Aldrich nervously bites his lips. His cheeks are flushed and his tail is swishing through the air. You forgot something. What now? You should be happy to be alive. An apology. You promised to apologise to me. Loudly, in front of everyone. We're alone now, but I still want to hear it. Well, now that. Charisma shrugs indifferently. So, sorry, I suppose, for being wrong about you. This time. Don't think that just because you didn't act like a jerk this one time, it cancels out the rest of your record. I know all about you. Till next time, Waldriff. That was the most pathetic apology I've ever heard. Charisma's eyes hardened and she sighs. Alright, fine. I'm sorry, Waldriff. Let's part on good terms. Well, now apologise to me as well. When you falsely accused my ally, you accused me too. Don't push it. Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that. Waldriff watched her go, his tail relaxing. Better than nothing. Listen, Chief. When you've got a spare minute, come see me. I have something I want to discuss with you. But for now, let's get out of here. I don't like sitting below ground when the building above is ready to crash down on our heads. Let's see what there is to pick up first.
Head on!
Anything? Maybe not. There's something there. No lockpick kit, fine.
I lead, you follow.
Well, that's about it for there. Let's head back there to talk to Waldriff. Enemies!
Do not fear! Do not waver!
I'll cut you wide open.
Ow.
No glory without risk!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Wait a minute. I told you it would be a composite longbow. Oh, he's in Lance and I gave him to the wrong one, I think. Oh, Lan will
Cover
do.
me, all right? Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
The spirits demand your blood.
My wounds pile on. The light take you!
You won't survive me.
Distract them for me.
You are today's sacrifice.
Bloody hell.
Into the fray!
Yeah, down. And out we go. Back to the Defender's Heart. And a quick chat with Waljeff. Long way to go until we hit level 4. There he is.
Psst, look, Chief. I got something to show you. Ta-da!
Waljeff comes closer
Isn't it?
and looks around quickly to make sure no one else is eavesdropping. He makes a subtle gesture and an amulet on a chain appears in his hand. A silver amulet in the shape of a waning moon. A dark crystal in the middle. The moon of the abyss. So you did betray the thieflings.
That cuts me deep, Chief. You and I saw who the traitor was. It's just that when we robbed the shop, I went in first and took what I wanted. Nothing wrong with that. Although, of course, I did think about hiding the moon and just taking myself off somewhere warm when all this blows over. But only because I want to see the world. Is it a crime to want to travel? Huh? Is that what counts for treachery these days?
Waljeff stays silent for a moment, then a cunning grin crosses his face. Did you really have the amulet this whole time?
Since that night, Chief, Melround didn't even set eyes on it. While he was dealing with the golem, I sneaked past them, and that was that.
Waljeff grins, pleased. Remind me why this thing was so important.
Really not remember it? Oh, I thought you would appreciate it. It's from the old man Fileman, the owner of the Ancient Trees and Wonders shop. It's the pride of his collection. The Moon of the Abyss, an amulet with a rare crystal crafted by an unknown maker. When I think of how much this thing is worth, it makes my head spin.
You've been searched by guards. How did you manage to hide the amulet?
Thieves have their ways.
Why didn't you give the amulet to Charisma right away?
What? So she would slay me right away, you mean? You saw how antsy she was over Canabras and all this.
Fair point.
So I did it. I took the Moon of the Abyss. But I didn't go to Erebeth. And Big Sister wouldn't hear my explanations. She doesn't have the time. I even thought I'd hide the moon somewhere, and then when all the noise had died down, I'd go get it and make a run for it. I'm sick of the thieflings. And they never appreciated me anyway.
Why did you steal the Moon of the Abyss? You wouldn't have been able to sell it.
Why, she asks. It's expensive. Pretty. And you know, it's my amulet, actually. Not meaning I stole it, but I mean, this is my inheritance. My grandma and I were poor. All we had was a jewelry box with the moon in it. She used to store it under the floor in the basement, and she'd take it out sometimes just to look at it.
Waljeff puts his hands in his pocket and looks away. He sighs. I'm not sure I can believe anything you say, dude.
She was always nicer when she had a few drinks in her, so I could ask her things then. One time I asked where she got it from, and she said it was from a demon. You know, the demon who was my grandfather. He said the moon was to be passed down. My mom was good for nothing and nobody, so that's why Grandma decided to keep the amulet for me. She used to say it would be mine when I grew up. But she couldn't wait until I grew up. She squandered my inheritance when she became a drunk. Took it to Fileman's shop and pawned it. He gave her some coppers for it, and she didn't even haggle. Just grabbed them and ran back to the tavern before last orders.
Waldrop scowls. You know, that sucks if it's true, but I don't know that I believe you.
I've been going to Fileman's to look at the moon ever since I was a kid. He chased me away, but I just kept going back, so eventually he gave up. He didn't skimp on security. The place was like a fortress, so he wasn't worried about a street rat like me pinching anything. Even when I got more skilled, I couldn't get any closer to it. One day, I had no one to go with. Another day, there were only oafs who'd never stolen anything more than a church donation box. But when Charisme had planned everything out, I realized I had a chance to get the moon and move away from here. Maybe to Garand. I hear it's warmer there. I've stayed with the family for too long.
Waldrop looks away again. You deceive people who consider you a friend. That's not the way to treat your friends.
Family, friends. You know, some people don't believe in gods, so gods don't exist for them. And I don't believe in family. All that heartwarming talk about sticking together. Ugh. People like to say those things, but when push comes to shove, Sister Charisme used to say that us tieflings were one family, and you see how that turned out. And did you hear that excuse for an apology? I did the right thing, and I was right to want to run when I just planned on stealing the Moon of the Abyss. Everything turned out as it should. Whatever you think, I owe you. I'm not just a thief, I have my own business selling things. Thanks to you, I'm still in the family, and we have the black market sewn up in this city. It's a good way to sell valuables.
Making sure no one is going to take the helmet from him, Waldrop hides it under his shirt and folds his arms on his chest.
So, if you need anything, a scroll or something, just say the word. I have a little portal to our people in Nerosian. You put a note there, and you get what you need. I can't get you anything big, but what they do have is all high quality. Nothing's too good for you, Chief. What's mine is yours. For a price, of course.
All right. So I can give you a composite bow. There's a composite short bow there. Allows you to add your strength bonus to damage with bows, which she doesn't have any, so that's fine. It doesn't have a penalty either. Let's get you healed a little. What other things do we have to do now? Oh, I forgot to look at your amulet if you've got one. You don't have one. So is that... oh, it's just a sale item. That's nothing useful. That... 3 insight bonus to knowledge arcana, 5 insight bonus on perception skill. You can have that. Morale bonus on perception and law nature. Law, nature, +4, +0, +3, +1, +5. What about Arcana? Huh. Give it to Lan, I guess. There we are.
I'm losing my temper.
Now you can summon that. And Lan... Oh, he isn't with us. Alright, that's fine. Let's just see about selling some stuff. Don't need that. Agate. Plates. Spoons. Rare roots. Masterwork glaive. Animal hide. Armor, which we won't be using. Silver powder. Endurance. Idle moss. More booze. Diamond dust. Meteor dust is reagent. Monitor lizard scales. Special hops. Forgery. More booze. What are these feathers? Fine. Incense. Gold ring. Kukri. Get rid of it. Longsword, shield, armor, pearl. Good. Right, when we come back, we'll find out more of Waldriff's background, and then we will carry on with the other quests that we've got. Divided City. Oh, we've done those. That's complete. Okay. I don't want to show completed quests. Janet Aldori. Find and kill Kilessa. Be prepared. Who knows? The demons will find Defender's Heart. Yep, we got a bunch. Right. We have a bunch. Meanwhile, there's links around to other gameplays on channel you might enjoy. Give them a try. So like and a sub. If you use them, you help us grow, so please do. And if you hit the comment section, I'll hit it back for you. Bye now.